They don't tell you this part. Success doesn't come when you're comfortable. It comes when you're willing to be uncomfortable. Every single day. And if that scares you, good. That's where your story starts. Most people wake up tired, not because they didn't sleep, but because they're exhausted from living a life they don't believe in. They hit snooze. Not once, not twice, but again. And again, and again, because comfort is warm. Comfort is familiar. Comfort doesn't ask questions. Comfort says, you deserve rest. You worked hard enough. Tomorrow is fine. And tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And one day you look in the mirror and realize you didn't fail. You just never tried hard enough to win. That's the quiet tragedy. No one warns you about that version of failure. The one where nothing explodes, nothing collapses. You just slowly drift away from the person you could have been. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't grow up immune to comfort. He grew up surrounded by limitation. A small island, a tiny home, a family struggling to survive, a father fighting addiction, a mother working endlessly just to keep the lights on. There was no safety net, no privilege, no guarantee, only hunger. And hunger does something dangerous to comfort. It makes comfort feel like an enemy. At 12 years old, Ronaldo left home. Let that sink in. 12. No parents. No childhood routines. No friends down the street. Just a bed in a football academy and a dream that scared him. He cried himself to sleep. He was mocked for his accent, laughed at for his clothes, targeted because he was different. That's the part people skip. They show you the goals, the trophies, the confidence. They don't show you the loneliness. And here's why that matters to you. Because right now you might not be poor, you might not be famous either. But you know loneliness. You know self-doubt. You know what it feels like to work hard and still feel behind. You scroll through your phone and see everyone else winning, and you wonder what's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just standing at the same crossroads Ronaldo stood at. Comfort or sacrifice. One keeps you safe, the other changes your life. Ronaldo didn't become great because of talent alone. Talent opens the door. Sacrifice keeps it open. While other kids slept, he trained. While teammates went home, he stayed. While legends relaxed, he pushed further. Not because he felt motivated, but because he understood something most people don't. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is identity. Ronaldo didn't wake up asking, "Do I feel like training today?" He woke up knowing who he was. I am the hardest worker in the room. That sentence changes everything. Because when you know who you are, your behavior follows automatically. You don't negotiate with your standards. You don't argue with discipline. You execute. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack a clear identity. They say, "I'm trying. I hope. I want." Ronaldo said, "I will." And that meant sacrificing nights out, sacrificing comfort food, sacrificing approval. People called him obsessed. Too serious. Too intense. He smiled. Because obsession is what lazy people call commitment. Let's pause. Imagine two lives. One where you choose comfort. One where you choose sacrifice. In the comfort life, you relax now and regret later. In the sacrifice life, you struggle now and live free later. One hurts immediately, the other hurts forever. Ronaldo trained after training. Ice baths when others showered. Diet when others indulged. Not because he hated life, but because he loved his future more than his present comfort. Every shortcut you take today is a chain you wear tomorrow. Every discipline you accept today is a key you use later. Ronaldo didn't ask, "What feels good now?" He asked, "What builds the version of me that wins?" That's a different question. There's a myth that success happens on the big stage. It doesn't. It happens when no one is watching, when cameras are off, when applause is silent, when it's just you and your standards. Ronaldo's greatness was built in empty gyms, cold mornings, repetitive drills, again, again, again. Not exciting, not glamorous, but powerful, because mastery isn't dramatic. It's boring done consistently. Most people quit because progress feels slow. Ronaldo kept going because progress felt inevitable. That's the difference. He trusted the process more than his emotions. And that's why pressure never broke him. Pressure only exposes preparation. Ronaldo missed penalties, lost finals, faced humiliation, and the world watched. But he never flinched. Why? Because he separated who he is from what happens. Most people personalize feedback. Ronaldo analyzed it. Where can I improve? What do I need to sharpen? Emotion clouds judgment. Standards create clarity. When critics screamed, he trained louder. When doubters laughed, he worked harder. He didn't argue with noise. He outworked it. Let's make this simple. Every dream has a price. Most people want the reward without paying the cost. Ronaldo paid early, paid daily, paid relentlessly. Actionable truth, to 5. If your habits don't scare you, your goals aren't big enough. Comfort should feel suspicious. Growth should feel uncomfortable. And if you're not tired from effort, you should be tired from regret. Here's the truth nobody can escape. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your habits. Ronaldo didn't chase motivation. He built systems. He didn't chase confidence. He earned it through proof. And you can too. Not by copying his workouts, but by adopting his mindset. The mindset that says, I don't need permission. I don't need applause. I don't need perfect conditions. I just need discipline. Your comfort zone is lying to you.
Telling you it's safe.
But safe doesn't mean fulfilled. Safe doesn't mean proud. Safe doesn't mean alive. Sacrifice does. And here's the shift. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just one decision away. The decision to choose discomfort on purpose. The decision to become dangerous to mediocrity. The decision Ronaldo made, and keeps making every day. If this message hit you, that's not an accident. That's your higher standard calling. So here's your move. Tonight, choose one sacrifice, one habit, one uncomfortable action, and commit, not for motivation, for identity. Subscribe not because you want videos, but because you're becoming the kind of person who refuses average. This channel is for builders, for disciplined minds, for people who choose sacrifice over comfort. Welcome to That Identity,